doing wonderful. I've been doing all right. Had my baby girl last night, so she just left. So anyway, I got the heaven or hell cards out here, and it looks like someone's about to get some type of notor notoriety. That's the way I'm trying to come up with. Notoriety for their intelligence, for their spiritual intelligence as well as their physical intelligence. Okay, we got mental force, light of understanding, eloquence, the authenticity card, and intellectual talents. Okay. Damn, I didn't put 31 on that one. But anyway, we got 58, 6, 50, and 31 with the authenticity card. Someone is drawn to your intelligence, to your intellect. It could be your spiritual intellect, as far as you know in the Bible and that and that and that. It could be just your spiritual knowledge of like the chakras and frequencies. And good morning. How are you doing this morning? It could be that, but it's about your knowledge of. Look, it says desire for knowledge. I'm telling you, it's something to do with your knowledge, your spiritual, your intellect, and your grace and intelligence. Like you don't shove it in people's face that you know all this stuff. You just know it. Okay. You try to use your gift as a tool for healing. Okay. You try to give these people the message, whether they listen to it or not. Okay. You do try to give them the message, and it's something to do with your spiritual knowledge or your intellect or your intelligence altogether. Someone is noticing it, and I have a feeling that someone wants you to teach them something. Okay, so y'all take that as it resonates. Let's find out what's going on. Okay, all right. Take it as it resonates. If it resonates with you, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to donate to the channel, it's Cash App $AngelMoon6237. I have already said the Lord's Prayer for my day of the 40 days of saying the Lord's Prayer, but we're going to go ahead and say it again along with my collective. Say this prayer with me out loud and use it with intent for the community, your family, your workplace, your dreams, your soul, your health, everything. Okay. The disciples asked the Lord, well, what if we don't know? Like, what if we don't know what we need to pray for, but we know that there needs to be prayer? He said to pray this. He said, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. He said that covers a multitude. Okay? So give it to God, say the Lord's Prayer, and watch how it transforms your life. Okay? You may have already been noticing, because we're only like 17 days or so into it. You may have already noticed people being more open to you, open to receiving you, more truthful contact. Like people are being more authentic with you than that false narrative. How they would come across like they was trying to. It's hard to explain, but they would come across like they was trying to get information out of you or something. But now it's more of an authentic conversation or interaction. Okay, but you may have noticed it. Anyway, the cards are showing, pointing towards your intellect, your intelligence, your grace as well. Okay, so y'all take what resonates. Hey, Miss Sandy. Hey, Miss Bonnie. How are y'all doing this morning? Y'all forgive me for not being on for a few days, but my uncle died. And it's just, it brought back a lot of, I don't know, I started reminiscing and having nostalgia and all kinds of stuff. And then I started talking to my mom and that and that and that. Y'all, I think my granddad was possibly one of the orphan train kids or the Cabbage Patch kids. My mom's dad, because me and her were talking, and I showed her a picture of this. It was a documentary I was watching about the Montauk Indians that were here prior to Christopher Columbus coming doing all what he did and that and that and that, okay? And there's a picture of one, and it says Cherokee on the top, but this documentary was about the Montauk Indians, okay? And the one in the middle looked just like it was a man, but he looked just like my mom. He was the same height, and thank you. He was the same height and everything. He looked like he could be my grandma's dad. I mean, he straight up did, but he could be my granddad's dad. I don't know. But I was watching that video, and thank you so much, Bonnie. But it just took me back into all this nostalgic, you know, all this nostalgia. So I was like, kind of like dealing with all that stuff for a few days. But because my stepdad died, and then my uncle Larry died. They had the same name. It's crazy. But yeah, it took me back in all this nostalgic memories. So I was talking to my mom, and she said, I wish I could tell you more about your ancestry or where you come from. She said, I don't know. She said, I don't know. She said, as far as I know about my dad, because her dad died when she was 10. She said, as far as I know about my dad, the only thing that I can remember being told, and it can be confirmed, is that he had 2 birth certificates. All she knows, she said he celebrated 2 birthdays every year because he didn't know which one was his real birthday. And he had 2 different ages. But then when I seen that certificate when my stepdad died, that my granddad was in the Secret Service, that explains a lot why he would have 2 fucking birth certificates. Don't you think? But she doesn't know. She said, but Gene, I was only a kid. I was just a little kid. All that I really remember is stuff that Mama told me, my grandma. Okay, so I just think that's kind of odd, because, I started really thinking about all of this stuff because, I seen the thing what Trump is doing. And as far as my Bible shows, America don't fucking exist, y'all. America is not real. It's made up. Okay? And all these people that walk around saying they're Americans and that and that and that, we all of us are a multitude of nationalities. Okay? Since America doesn't exist, we really Americans, born Americans, natural Americans, people that were born in America are not under any they're not under any kind of, how do I want to say? We're not owned by anybody because this country doesn't exist. Do you understand? We're owned by our blood country, the country that we have. Like, say we have 54% Scottish. Well, that's who really truly owns us. America doesn't exist. This is a made-up country. It's crazy. It's nowhere in the Bible either. Y'all look it up. I want y'all to look it up, okay? All right, y'all. It says divine forgiveness and desire for knowledge. Okay, let's find out what these heaven or hell cards want to talk about, and then we'll move on from there, okay? Y'all hit that like button, subscribe. As soon as you come in here, this is for entertainment purposes only for YouTube. If it resonates with you, please leave something down in the comment and let me know how it resonates with you, okay? Yeah, it's being dissolved. It's not quite dissolved yet, and Trump is doing every fucking thing that he can in his fucking everything. But look, he's going out of his way, actually committing crime by how he's like tapered off Washington and all that. Like all those police officers are not there just for him. It's like he thinks that they are. Do you understand? It's just, all of that's just wild, crazy, okay? But y'all keep, I was watching a little bit of stuff about Elon and Trump, and everybody's wanting them to make up. Trump said that he doesn't have a problem with making up. It's Elon. Elon's the one that don't want to make up. Well, I'm sure it's Elon. Elon got his ass whooped. They beat him up. They literally physically beat up Elon. They beat him up. Because Trump is mafia. Okay? Y'all fucking get with it. If y'all don't know, if y'all didn't, I was raised watching Trump do all this scheming and scamming all of my life, okay? He is mafia all day long, okay? You get a life, fool. Get the fuck out of here. What are you even doing in here telling me to get a life? You don't need to be even in here, ugly ass motherfucker. Alright, anyway, it says, Fountain of Wisdom and Divine Forgiveness. I'm telling y'all, this is about your intelligence, your spiritual intelligence, your, what you, not, your knowledge of, it's like you have this extra knowledge that you didn't go to a classroom to receive, okay? Alright, let's find out what's going on. But yeah, y'all know it's all about to go down. So I mean, I hope you know Jesus Christ, because that's the only way you're going to be protected through all of this is to know Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm just telling you. All right, cards. What do y'all want to tell us about our spiritual intelligence, our intellect, our elegance? Tell us what you want to tell us about that. Give me 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. It says protection, disregarding rules, and prosperity. So somebody's going against the grain, okay? Somebody is going against the rules. This card also says mission on it. So someone's taking a different route. It's 24, 41, and 43, okay? What is this disregarding rules? It says divine grace. Someone's taking, listen, it's like your persistence, okay? When you're telling the truth, it doesn't change. It's still the same fucking story, okay? And there's something about the persistence in your story, okay? The consistency in your story and what you're speaking, okay? It's like you was. It's kind of like you was spiritually warned by the enemy, okay? And you disregarded what they had to say because you know you're speaking the truth, okay? So tell me what this disregard for rules is. It says fruitation. It's going to bring in some type of connection. Look, okay? You see the 2 rings? It's bringing in some type of connection. Because somebody knows for sure that you're authentic, okay? They know you're not playing, that you're authentic, okay? Tell me what I need to know about the fruitation, connect it with the protection. Because fruitation and prosperity are the same thing, so connect that with the protection. Somebody has protected something that belongs to you. Rituals and ceremonies. Someone has protected something that belongs to you. Something is your birthright. That's like the Hierophant, okay? Ceremonies, tradition. It's like your birthright, okay? Explain the rituals and ceremonies with the protection. It says catastrophe and haste, fortune and fame. 10-11. Catastrophe and haste. So something beautiful is going to come out of chaos, y'all. Something beautiful is going to come out of chaos. Someone's holding the truth. The flame is all over this sword of truth. Okay, so somebody's authenticity is showing. This says 11, 10, 11. Someone is a beacon, like an antenna for spiritual knowledge. This king, whoever this king was, did something out of haste, and now he wants forgiveness. Look, he's been protecting something. Something's been protected under this rotation and this protection right here. Something to do with the wheel of fortune coming in your favor. Okay? What is this fortune and fame? Take it to the prosperity. Connect those 2. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. It says spiritual wisdom. Somebody wants to know. Look, someone wants you they your knowledge of spirit. Okay, we're gonna say it like this. Crazily enough, I know this sounds crazy, but I watched fucking National Treasure 1 and National Treasure 2 last night, yesterday. Okay? And it's about the knowledge. Okay? Here's the second one. This is the one main one that I watched. But it's about the knowledge. It's about your spiritual knowledge. You just have this natural gift. You never went studied anywhere. Your Earth, Earth was it? Yeah, Nicolas Cage. Earth was the classroom. Okay, but you always had some type of. It's like you had this channel. You knew all the time. It was like when people would come into the room, even when you was a little child. Different people would come into the room. You knew that you felt an energy change, an energy shift. You felt it. You knew it, okay? You were open to it, and you started receiving these messages. So you didn't know what to do with these messages. Hell, you was just a kid. You would just start telling people. You would just start saying, oh, well, blah, I had a dream, and this was in it, and da-da-da-da-da. And you start telling, like, your mom and that and that and that. I mean, just people that would, like, reciprocate it, okay? Um, um, and they would say you were crazy and that and that and that, and then a few days later or a month later or something, that shit would fucking happen. And then they started getting like scared of you. Okay? And you're like, I don't know why I know this stuff. Like you didn't know, like you don't know. You still don't know why. You just know that it was something that God placed on you, okay? You just know that you know it. And your instinct, you're so keen, your instinct is so uh, elevated that you might not be able to explain why you know. You just know because your body's telling you, your spirit, your soul, everything's just telling you. Okay, and someone wants to know. So they may want you to be a spiritual leader, a spiritual teacher of some kind. Okay, or maybe just even teach them. Okay, how to tap into that intellect because your knowledge comes from God. Like it's something that there's no classroom. There's no classroom for it. You just know this stuff. Okay? And you're about to get prosperity for it. You see that? It's connecting fortune and fame with prosperity is spiritual wisdom. Okay? Someone's a psychic for sure. All right, tell me what I need to know about spiritual wisdom. It says purification. Oh, it looks like that you taught somebody a lesson. Look, you taught somebody a lesson. They learned a lesson. Somebody learned a lesson right here. Look like you're getting his ass whooped. You taught this king right here a lesson. I'm telling you. Why does it say catastrophe and haste on this king? Because he's wanting a new beginning with the 28. It says restitution. 69. He's about to give some type of restitution, y'all. Adoration. I'm trying to tell y'all. He's fixing to give you some type of adoration for his he did some type of physical act that he regrets against you. And he regrets it completely. Tell me, what is restitution on that? It says loyalty. You whooped his ass. Look. Taught him a lesson. And now he understands. You changed somebody's spiritual beliefs, I'm telling you. Somebody was like an atheist and they hung out with a bunch of witches. But they didn't feel like the witches was doing anything or was anything, okay? Because they didn't believe in none of that stuff, okay? This person hung out with witches and stuff, okay? This person thought that it was like a joke because he didn't believe in nothing, okay? Your fight against this darkness, this evil, has showed this person something. That there is something to this. Because you've been all by yourself, collective, and these people have had groups of people attacking you. Whoever this king is, he knows, he's for sure that you're the truth, okay? But he's feeling regret for something that he did. It says knowledge of good and evil. He ate from the fruit. He got tempted and acted on it, and now he regrets it. I'm telling you, it says intellectual richness. It says atonement of errors. He found out. He figured something out, and he's regretting his actions. Okay, so what is he going to do about this regretful action that he took? It says success right here. It says something about phantasm, lust, and weak will. He acted. I'm telling you, somebody put temptation in his face. The knowledge of good and evil. Somebody put some type of temptation in his face to steer him away from. Didn't want him listening to you. Somebody did not want this king hearing what you had to say because of your spiritual knowledge. You're very, very intellectual. You're smart, collective. You're very, very smart, okay? And someone did not want him to hear you, okay? I'm telling you. They were putting temptations in front of him to test his loyalty. Somebody was testing this king's loyalty. He wants to make atonements for his errors, for something he did, okay? What exactly did he do? It says success on the bottom. Okay, what did he do? He found out some type of he found out some kind of truth that you told, collective, about a theft. Tell me. Thank you, Spirit. It says relationship strife. Now he don't know what to do to come back towards you. Bring collected their reward. That'll be a start, motherfucker. It says success on the bottom again, y'all. Bring collective their reward. That'll be a good start. Because this person's feeling shame. Tell me how how this is gonna fix. How this is gonna be fixed. This relationship strife. It says inner and outer work. Elaborate on that, please. Purification, it says. This card wants to come. It says redemption. This person wants to redeem themselves. They're going to come forward and tell the truth, y'all. It says a light of understanding. They're going to ask you to forgive them. They want forgiveness, quiet solitude, divine grace, fame and renown. This person wants forgiveness and wants you to be in the limelight for your knowledge. This is a good reading. Okay, let's find out what... I'm going to get another deck so it can be more personal. Okay? More personalized. Bottom of the deck says criticism. Oh, somebody thought wrong of you. I'm telling you. They thought wrong of you because they listened to gossip. And now this person feeling regret for doing that because now they got to fix it. I'm telling you. I promise you. Tell me what it is. Give me a deck that'll talk that out. Shapeshifters. Shapeshifter sounds like a nice deck. All right, tell me what collective needs to know about this situation with this person wanting to give collective adoration because they found out something. It says the fairy bee. My life is sweet. 6 is a big number coming out today, so y'all pay attention. That's trust and like elevation, like you're you're over the hump. Okay, so take what resonates. It says, cast away out of your depth, feeling abandoned, because you're not abandoned. The golden phoenix, something you thought finished, burst back into life. That's 11 and 12. Tell me what collective needs to know here. Give me 5 cards. 5 cards. Y'all, if y'all want to donate to the channel, it's Cash App $AngelMoon6237. I really appreciate it if you do. Even if it's $1. It helps things keep flowing. It helps everything keep moving along, okay? It says it's alright to be alone, the little wolf girl. So that's 2 of the 5. It says, the fairy bee, my life is sweet, and I am reborn. There's going to be some kind of new... What is this first card? This is the Frog Princess. That is the freaking Empress. Y'all, heed wise counsel. Listen, it's alright to be alone. My life is sweet. I am reborn. Bottom of the deck says, I will show you whom to trust. Trust in divine, y'all, because they're going to show you who you can trust. Because they're going to place somebody in your path that's going to be trustworthy. It says, the Mermaid of Immersion, complete commitment, 44. And then we come back full circle. You finding Nemo, Dory. Look, there's Dory and Nemo's dad. Look, you're not as far away from the end as you think that you are. You're pretty close. You just have to look around and be aware of what's around you, okay? Bottom of the deck says, again, for the second time, cast away any doubt. Don't let doubt interfere with what you know is coming towards you, okay? Don't just cast away the doubt in it, okay? We got 10-10 on the board. For some reason, I'm wanting to tell y'all the numbers today, okay? We got 21, 18, 6, 5, and 44. Okay, y'all take where it resonates. This Empress has found her niche as far as her independence. This Empress is not codependent anymore. And that's making the energy that's coming towards you, it's intimidating them. Okay? Because you don't need them. So if you choose to be with them, it's a choice. It's not a matter of needing them. Okay? And this person realizes that. They realize that it's not a matter of you needing them. And see, that crushes people's ego to a point. It'll crush their ego because they want to feel like a hero or something like that. They want to feel like a hero. So it may crush their ego a little bit, but they're going to get over that. They're going to get past that, okay? Because actually, in the end, you are in the spiritual realm, you're actually the boss. I'm just saying, you are the boss, and this person is realizing that, okay? Because you don't force it. Telling you, you don't bark orders at folks. You just know how things are supposed to be, and if they're not that way, then they get that way. They get straightened up. They get aligned. They get lined up. Okay, you don't force it. You're not a ordering kind of boss. Is it that you know what you expect? You show them what you expect. And you go from there, okay? You don't, be, on top of them, hovering over them or nothing like that, okay? I'm just saying, y'all pay attention. What do these angel therapy cards want to say today? Give me 3. Give me 3 cards, thank you. There's 2. You're a powerful light worker. It's safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings and loving service to the divine. Something about your parents, y'all. I'm telling you. Remember, I've been talking a lot about that. About your parents being, they loved you the best that they knew how. Okay? I'm telling you, there's something going on, y'all. There's some things that I can't tell y'all what's happening, but y'all may be experiencing the same kind of thing. It's something to do with looking into your ancestry, finding out about your ancestry, finding out about where you truly come from. It's something to that effect that's happening, okay? So you may be receiving some type of inheritance. The first card says heart chakra. It says the answers that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Okay? So you may need to forgive, like your father, for abandoning you from the past. There may be some type of issue like that. Okay? And it says you are a powerful light worker. It's safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in loving service to the divine. You're on the right path. You could have changed your dad's heart. Your dad, I'm trying to tell you, your dad may have been raised in a fucking secret society. Your dad. Anyway, it says parents. It says the divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother or father. Okay, you're about to find out something about your ancestry or something to that effect. I'm telling you who you are, as far as it's gonna make sense why you was attacked like you was. I know that right now it doesn't seem like that's the case, but when you find out who you are, it's gonna make sense why you was attacked the way you was throughout your whole life. Okay, throughout all of it, it's gonna make so much sense. Okay, tell me what that is. It says Archangel Raphael's here. Raphael's the one here to help you right now. It's call on Raphael. Okay. It says the healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. There's something to do, y'all, with the family. It's to do with blood ties, and family, and people growing up, or growing. I'll say growing, not growing up. People growing. Okay. We've been seeing a lot of cards about the past coming back. Everybody wants to kind of assume that it's a past relationship or past love, but that doesn't mean that that's what it is. The past could be your family showing their self again, showing their you being in contact, being around your family. You may have been a long time. It's been a long time since y'all all were like sharing energy, okay? And you may have been noticing signs. Y'all, there's some things that I can't just come out and say. They don't want me to. Look, you've been noticing signs. Been hearing things, seeing things. Is very like, you're like, what? Let me give you an example. Y'all remember that I told y'all that I wrote down, for no apparent reason whatsoever, I wrote down my Aunt Arlene's first husband's name. Okay? He went by 2 last names. Okay? And I just randomly wrote it down. Like, I don't know why I did that, but I did. I randomly wrote it down. His name was Jimmy Cook, but it was Jimmy Backus. Okay? This man, he walked around talking about he was Elvis Presley's true, like, brother, not necessarily twin, but he walked around saying that kind of shit. His name was Jimmy Cook, Jimmy Backus, okay? What's weird, very strange, because I wrote all that stuff down prior to my uncle dying, okay? And this uncle was the one that was in my life all my life. Jimmy Backus one, he was gone after I was like 6. I was like 6 or so when he was out of the picture. But anyway, this is prior to me even knowing that my uncle was going to die or anything. I wrote all that stuff down because this is so crazy. Okay? So we go pick up my sister to take her to the funeral, and she starts talking to my daughter about somebody named Jim Cook. And I'm like, what? Like, how the fuck? Like, why did I just randomly write that name down and all of a sudden I'm hearing it? So the other day, this is about the ear chakra, y'all, so y'all know, okay? This is about the ear chakra. So you hear spiritual things. You hear things spiritually, okay? In songs, in other people's conversations, in movies, and stuff on TV. It's to be listening with your spiritual ear, okay? Your ear chakra, okay? But anyway, So I'm messing around yesterday. I was I told y'all I'm all into my nostalgia for some reason, and my mom and dad were on the Family Feud years and years and years and years ago. But I was watching Family Feud. It was Gilligan's Island against who was it? Golly, who was it? I can't remember. It was Gilligan's Island against, I can't remember the other fucking cast members. The cast. Anyway, so they start going down the line, telling people the name, saying the names of these people. Jim Backus was the Mr. Howell, the rich guy. Jim Backus was that guy, and I was going, what in the hell is actually really going on? Because, I've been trying to look into my ancestry and shit like that. And then I seen them two names and her saying Jim Cook. And I'm sitting there thinking, I don't even know if my sister remembers his name. Okay. And then my uncle dies. We go to the funeral and it's my aunt's ex-husband. Okay. And this is just all kind of weird. Okay. So then I seen that picture of the Montauk Indians looking just like my mom, right? So I sent it to my mom. Me and her start talking. And she happened to look up my dad. Like, just out of curiosity. Just, you know how you do. My mom gets bored sometimes and she'll go online and start, like, just looking up people and doing stuff like that. Well, she happened to look up my dad. She says, I seen your dad. He's looking all Amish. And I said, Amish? I said, Amish. I said, send me a picture of him because for some reason my Facebook won't look him up. But anyway, so she sent me a picture of him. And he's looking all Amish. Shit. Married to a woman. Y'all, this man's married to a woman that's 3 years younger than me. I'm the baby, okay? But he's got a son too, okay? He's got a son which is 8 years or 6 years younger than me. So that would make his stepmom 2 years older than him. Anyway, so I didn't know all of this, right? I mean, I had inklings because I don't fuck with them people. I don't fuck with none of them people, okay? I had little inklings about where his whereabouts were, okay? Because I was told that he was in Florida, but then I kept thinking that he was really close, okay? Like closer than Florida, okay? Because I live, where I live is pretty damn, it's not that far from Florida. I mean, I could get there in about, I don't know, a few hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, something like that. Anyway, the man lives in the next county next to me. All these years, and I told y'all, I think my brother is around here too, and I think that those people have been, I think my brother and his mom, I think they're the ones that have been doing all this. They just live right in the next county. It's crazy to find all that out. I kind of knew, because this maintenance man around here, for some reason, he acts like I know them. I'm like, man, I know it's my brother. I know the same thing. I mean, we had but I don't know him. And you keep always walking up to me and talking about him, and I keep telling you every time I don't know him. I met him when he was young, and he pitched a little hissy fit, and I took him back home. And then later on, when he was in his 20s, me and my cousin was getting into it, and so he come and picked me up from my cousins. He took me to this people's house and fucking left me there for 3 days. These strangers, and I was like, fine, bet, okay. And then later on, he wants to apologize, and he comes to stay. He comes to he's gonna come spend the night, the weekend with me and my husband. And he gets there and everything. It's like as soon as we get there, then he's ready to go. I said, you know what? I tried, buddy. I tried. Okay, I let it all go because I did. I made the effort. I'm always the one that makes the effort in any of these circumstances when it comes to my families, my blood families. I'm the one that makes the effort or it don't get made. Okay? I step up and ask the hard questions and all of that stuff, okay? When nobody else will. There's something truly fishy going on with the brother, the half brother. Something. But anyway, y'all take what resonates, okay? It's something about your spiritual intellect, how you receive your messages, and how you trust your instinct. And don't doubt it, y'all. I'm telling you, what you've been going through and what you've been thinking is the truth, okay? They just want to make you doubt yourself, okay? That's the devil. The devil trying to make you doubt yourself. All right, y'all. Let's find out what these letters got to say, y'all. I know a few days since I did a reading, but this reading feels really, really good for some reason. So y'all take what resonates from that. Alright, what does collective need to know? What's collective need to hear? Y'all, there's so many times that I'll be watching these old ass fucking movies and old ass like He-Man and shit like that. And there's so many times that I just want to sit and just record that shit and let it on live and let y'all watch it with me. Because there's so much. Like in the old shit. Y'all bet. There's so much fucking information in that old like old stuff. What was that? I was watching something. They was what was that? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to think of something to do with something that was written in the Bible about there was these beings. This Bible was from like 1492, I think it was. And it was speaking about these beings that were already here on Earth before humans. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You'll play my video games and everything with me, Bonnie. But I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I'll get copyright or what if I do that. Because there's so much stuff in this old ass shit. There's so much. Like little eggs and stuff. And I'm like, man, I wish I could show that to collective. Like, I don't know if I can or not. Because, you know, I got fucking took off of YouTube for singing karaoke. You know how many channels that I see people singing karaoke on YouTube? It just amazes me. That just blows my mind. All in one day. That just blows my mind. Anyway, there was something else I was going to talk to y'all about, but I can't remember. If I remember, I'll come back on and tell y'all about it, okay? I did speak to y'all about the right eye being the matters of your mother's influence and the left eye being the matters of your father's influence. Y'all, I did talk to y'all about this, I'm pretty sure. But when I was a little child, when I was a little kid, I'd tell my mama this. I'm sure I probably blew my mama's mind when I was a kid, okay? But I would tell her all the time because I would sit in the mirror and look at myself in the mirror because I couldn't sleep, okay? And I'd tell her, I'd say, Mama, I'd swear that this side looks like Junior. And this side looks like Grandma, like my mama's side, okay? And I'd swear it, and I'd be looking, I'd hold up stuff, and I'd look, you know. Mama, my two sides of my face look like two different people. Okay, I would tell her that kind of shit, you know. And that parent card, it says, it's like you're a combination, okay? Possibly. Yeah, ain't that crazy? I wonder how they're doing that, Sandy. Because they closed my. I mean, I had over 7,000 followers, and they canceled my channel over singing karaoke. 3 songs in one day. Now, I was singing karaoke for 2 years, and it was 3 songs all in one day. They showed them to me. They showed me when and everything. When I sang them, put them on here and everything. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? This is a music channel. Anyway, let's go with these letters and see what they got to say, y'all. Yeah, Y'all don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, okay? Because it helps. It helps the page. We got 44. We got 2. Some kind of equals U divided. 2 divides. There's 2 divides. There's a brand new beginning. 0244. That's my... Y'all. This is my phone number growing up. My mom and dad's phone number. That's crazy. Yeah, I was it's a karaoke music app, and I was also giving them the credit, putting the hashtag and all that says to put it on there. I probably should have fought that, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do. So some kind of a quest, shop, negative and divide. Something is negative. 0244, I can't believe that number's out there. That's my childhood phone number. Cost, quest, shop, shoot. Car, shop, car, go, cargo, shop, cargo, con. Quest, shop, cargo, con. Question, this is a death. Cargo, shop, car, go on, cop show. What? Why would you go on a cash? Cash or use cash. QT. Tron. We're living in a simulation, y'all. For sure. Okay, some kind of calls cop to run. Calls cop to run. So somebody's leaving. I'm telling you. Calls cop to run. This cop? This bad cop? Your authenticity caused someone to take an action that showed their guilt, y'all. I'm telling you. It says cast out your... What? Cast out your... It says rogue. Somebody's missing. Somebody knows that they're caught. You don't know it yet, though. You don't know it yet. That person has taken actions. It says pass through. Pass through. There's no H. Some kind of company. CEO. Pass through. Rough. It says con. Pass on. Pass on. Rough. Rough. Tech. Rough touch. Rough CEO. Rough touch. Rogue touch. Oh, almost says crown. Crown. Passed. Pass through. Pass through on. It says cough. Cough. Crocs. Crocs. Stop. A stop. Across. Something about a cough. In cough. In top. In cough. Uncough. Echo. Echo across. Tongue. Someone spoke up about something and it echoed across the universe. I'm telling you, the truth echoes. Hope. Hope. Actress. Chop actress. Somebody got cut. Ongoing. Ongoing. Up. Go up. Go on up. Actress. Choi. Hoax. Hoax. It says cross. Cross. Gone. Cut up. It says something about a phone. Cut phone. Go as a. Somebody's going as a cop. As cop. Shut up. Shut up. Gone. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. Stop. Shut up. I don't know why it's saying Negro. Say Negro. Hunts. Hunts. Some kind of space. Hunts space. Well, I don't want to put Krog. I don't know what that is, but I want to put it. Krog? Craig? Are you saying Craig? Some kind of organization. Some kind of company. Cross spot. Cross space. Across space. Something echoes across space. The moon? The moon echoes across space. Stun. Sun. Sun space. I keep seeing Ross. Okay. Ross. There's Thor out here. Someone has a lot of clout. Uncross. Uncap. I don't know. It says a group. Someone has a lot of authority over a group. The group. Account. A group account. He. Progress. He figured out something. She's pro. She's pro. It says Shane. Shane's account. Shane's court. Court crop. Court cop. Go. Go court. Shane. Has nest. Our nest. Chase. No chase. Chase your street. Pure shock. Okay. Pure hate. Pure hate. Somebody acted hastily. Someone acted hastily. Okay. Super. There's a superhero. Superhero ask something about a stage. Strange. Something was strange. It says a star. Push strange company. You talking about SpaceX? Man, is Elon always fucking involved? SpaceX. Ushering. Oh, no, it says true. Watching. Somebody's watching something here. True. It says song. Sang songs. Something about capacity. Choose. It says chosen. Chosen. True chosen. We got grace out here. It says puts chosen on grace. There's something about a car. There's a race and caring. Go care. Chaos. Puts chaos on. Core. Great. Speech. Says sun. Sun on couch. Great couch. Posing. Pose. Somebody wants to give you gratitude. It says ouch. Pose. Cons. Pros and cons. Gate. A gate. Ouch. Pros and cons. Something's bittersweet, y'all. I done told y'all that. There's something bittersweet. Touch. Age. Someone wants to talk about an age gap. It says rose. Store. Couches. Stores couches. Reach out. Songs. Sun reaches out. A sun goes to Panama City. It says ghost. Someone left a. Someone screwed it. It looks like someone messed up a house, y'all, and left it. Got house. Sun got house. It says crap. Second. This second hour. Something about a house being haunted. Someone left this house. They abandoned it. See, same old shit. Process. You're going to have to process something. Process. Ant. The ant did something. It wasn't her place to do. Ant can't cross something across. Across. What? Ant echo process. Go echo. Go chase. Crop. Cross. Chase cross. CEO. Untap. Untap. Cross. Go echo. Untap cross. Son. It says Pat. Pat score. Unscores. Unpat. Unget. Get. Get up. Get up. Go get up. Get up. And score. Get up and score. It says something about a purse. Chose our. Hold on. Tax our someone couldn't pay their taxes. It says stage. Set up courses. Set up a course. Alright, there's something about a piano or a race techno. Oh, techno music. Paces techno stage. It says our guest, our gesture, paw, true, open chest, guts. Why would you say that kind of shit? It says stars, us stars, go up, open across space, chart, says hearts, open hearts. Oh, something about your cousin. Well, she don't make no effort to talk to me. All she does is try to fucking just spy on me. So she gonna have to apologize for I ever talk to that bitch again. She has to apologize. Something about a character. Something about a characteristic or character. Heart. Open heart. Us open heart. Open up on. Is it share? Why would you share when they didn't They wanted to have you dead over not sharing. They didn't even want to give you anything. Something that's been notarized. Coca. What is this about a group? Group harass us. Something about harassing us. Then others joined in. They don't even know what they're fucking harassing you for. I'm telling you. Something about cops. These cops. Other cops can scan you, go scan, can go use Thor. Other scans. Some kind of hunt, grace, cost others, cops cost others, ran across, ego, trans cop. CEO Gus. For some reason this says sugar. Sugar nut. Sugar nuts. Reminds me of the fucking movie in Shawshank where he calls her sugar tits. Hot. Somebody hops. Host a post. I don't know what the fuck that's talking about. No post. Rush. Sugar rush. Echo. No. Fast. Rosh. Oh, it says group. What is this talking about? A group? A band? As group. Known as group. Go on as group. Sector packed. Patch up. Patches on son's nose. I don't know. There's something about a nose and son. Patch son. Catch son. Group catch son. So patch catch group. Some kind of stunt, some kind of like like an assassin or something. Our group. Catch up. Catch our group. Geo. Captain. Captain. Shoes. Captain shoes. Somebody wants to be in the captain shoes. A trap. Trap part on shoes. Print on the shoes. Somebody got some kind of tangible evidence on something. Chase on something about a sun. Group at no group at group sat on shoes. Something closed caption. Something is definite, a most definite. Gross. Something was captured on camera. Gross. This is Nate. Nate chose. Can choose. Turn up song. Turn up song. Turn cash. Turn something into cash. Go cash. Cop. What's a cop got to do with it? Goose. Duck, duck, goose. Account. Somebody has to return something to an account. Store our song. Hunt on. Something about a group. Pure cast. Something true. Open account. Cut. Something about a crash. Crash out. Sent. Group something. Go or go up or sentence. Ache. Group up. Something doesn't make sense. R. Somebody maybe named Chase. This is our cups. Our cups. Core cups. Core. Something to go. Store cups. Why are you going to store cups? Con. Notch. A notch. Sore notch. Rose. Or scoop up. Or scoop. Scoops us up. Agent. Agent Rosh. Rosh. Chore. Such poor agent. Cost to touch. Cost to touch. Spot near such cougar. It says NATO. Cougar spots. That's a leopard spot, right? Shown spots. Somebody showed their spots. Chosen. Top chosen. Top spots. Stop chosen. Cougar. That's what I got. Something about a group. Court. Post. Court post. Goes. Go. Somebody's waiting to go to court. Someone's waiting to go to court. Span. Echoes. Something echoes. Our Connecticut. Hell. Our got story. Someone got some kind of story. Our can. Hours can span. Can cost. Hours can cost. Pagan. Company. Something about October. Could be something to do with a Scorpio. Sean out here. Sean and Shane. Cop. Got cops. Got cops. Scene. Scenario. It says the cops got caught. Some kind of cop got caught. Something happened. Our options changed. There's some kind of new option because a cop got caught. Cop caught. So near reason, scope, scoop, reason, Eason. I used to know a person named Eason. Here's the ear chakras again. Earson, Sears, Ears on cops. Hears unto, go into, see, go into see, go to see gun. Somebody's seeing a gun. Scooter. Someone has a scooter, has scooter. Cop has gun. On scooter. Wrist. Could be saying arrest. Rest. Something about an occupation. Occupant. Arrest. Occupant. Soars. So. Go rest. Occupant. Ghost. Ghost stories. Occupant. Cooperate. Cooper, son, chosen son. This is chosen son. Unsure, separate. Something about September and October. Person could be a Virgo or a Scorpio. Hush. Wait, has a season? Everything has a season, y'all. It's a time to laugh, a time to cry, a time to rejoice, and a time to speak up. There's something about incorporate, unincorporate, season, core, port, sport, occupy, space. It says occupy space. Huge space. Occupy some kind of huge space. Spaceport. Sport. It says accent. Huge accent. Support. Ross. Something about a P.O. box or some kind of option. There's an option here. Huge accent. Pros and cons. Watching. Someone's trying to figure something out here. It says they want to ask you a question. Accuse the wrong. Someone accused someone wrongfully. Stone program. Accused group of some kind of program. Houston, we have a problem. Scares me. Ghost scares somebody out of the house. It says out of the house. It could be in Texas, y'all. As much as it's showing a bunch of shit about Texas. Texas group are scared out of the house. Something about a phone. South Carolina, Texas, across country. We got Honey out here. Let me see what Honey's got to say about it. Something stretched across Texas. Access across Texas. Excess across Texas. Access tour. We got Troop, which is the county next to mine. Troop gone. Something about a large group gone. Bunch of people fixing to be took off the streets. We got Cinderella. Chapter 22, y'all. It says, are you crying? No, Honey said, I am. No. Are you crying? No, Honey said, am I? It says, the painter pulled a handkerchief from his pocket. Here, it's clean. She took the cloth and dabbed it. This is your fault entirely, offering a smile to lessen the blow. The boy smiled back. More of a grimace, actually. It's an awful painting, I know. I was accepting this, said Honey. Accepting what? You're very talented. I don't know about that. Well, you are. Even if I were, why is that a surprise? Is that surprising? Look around, she gestured at all the other artwork. The company you keep. Shh, said Nathan, laughing. They both felt the clarifying effect of honesty. Honey handed back the boy's handkerchief. You sure you're all right? He asked. Please, let's not talk about me. I feel foolish enough. Let's talk about this. She pointed to the canvas. What's it called? Doesn't have a name. I just marked it untitled. That's lazy. It needs a title. What do you suggest? Haven't the faintest. Honey regarded the animal again, the dream figures behind them. She was still overwhelmed and not ready to speak about the horror of painting made her feel, but she could certainly discuss the formal qualities, the historical references. What I love is the collision of styles, she said. Like Surat waking from his part to a nightmare, waking to Bosch, for heaven's sake. I was thinking Gaio, too. It says, yes. And do you know the dog paintings of Jacobs? No. Well, you need to look at them. Much more romantic than this, but he's worth considering, if only for the brushwork. I can lend you a catalog if you'd like. Nathan said he would, yes. It says, Honey took a breath, wishing to go a little deeper, to move from style to story. And as far as that little dog you captured, his pain perfectly. The twist of his neck is terrifying. It says, still I don't think it's necessary curtains for him. Neither do I, said Nathan. Somehow it seems a fair fight, despite the size difference. And there's no David and Goliath here. They're both brutes. It's simply their natures. Absolutely. But the child, yeah, Nathan said softly, that's, when he pushed Honey, took the lead. That's really the heart of the painting, isn't it? Yes. Maybe that would be a good title, she suggests. What's that? The Child, or, I don't know, The Witness? Naming it, okay. It says, they both nodded, and silence resigned for a moment before Honey said, it's really marvelous, Nathan. Thank you, he said. I love how the mouth is open, the child's, I mean. The way you can see the teeth, and some white in the fangs. The sort of communicate with each other. It says the child's teeth even seem a little sharp, the way you've rendered them. He's terrified on the one hand, but he's also learning something, isn't he? It's an education. What might be another title? Just find out. Page 162 and 163. It says, the boy stared at her mute, and Honey suddenly felt self-conscious. I'm babbling. Why don't you tell me something, dear? She gestured at the canvas. What brought this on? You make it sound like a fever. Well, I imagine it to be so. No? I guess, yeah. I'm not very good at talking about my work. It's not a test. I don't know, he said. The dog, maybe. This probably sounds weird, but I sometimes see dogs like that in my dreams. Well, that's to be trusted then. So, how long does it take to do something like this? It was almost 3 months ago. 3 months. Do you usually paint so large? Recently, yeah. This is because of my new studio, which is pretty big. The place you saw when we... Yes, the White Room. I thought that was heaven. It says, you should come visit sometime. See the rest of the series. I like that. For her, the season of calendars, commitments, and was over. It says, what's the matter? The boy said. You look sad. You must ignore my face. It's a great liar. You can't trust the faces of old people. Gravity, you know. I like your face. And anyway, I know my painting sometimes upsets people. I feel often ashamed. For what? For doing such heavy work, depressing or whatever. I don't think it's depressing at all, because it feels true. And that always wakes one up. Because why be ashamed for sharing what's in your heart? You certainly don't want to stifle that. Amen. I'll take that as it resonates, okay? Something about a true star. This says true star. There's something about an accent. Going on, go on, step, step, step. Shore steps. Feel assured, y'all. This right here is something too. This is some kind of name. It means something. Aegon. It says change. Change our spot. Change our cost, our spots. Change our spots. Something to do with a company. It says Cox. Does it say Enterprise? No, but pretty close. Something about Enterprise. Spout something sports. Sports hang. Hang up. Hangs up. Hang ups. Scour. Cross. Crest. Watching something to do with Cox. Cox Enterprise, y'all. This is they own the lottery in Georgia for sure. They own Channel 2 News. They own like every fucking business in Georgia for sure. Store up a cross. Or take up a cross. Teach something from the heart. Teach song. Reps. Teach song reps. I don't know. Somebody. Some kind of song route. They're telling you to move towards something, some kind of new endeavor here. Has space. Something about a house. Sent on a change routine. Alright, y'all. Taking it. 0244 blows my mind. That's just fucking mind-blowing. Something about a Georgia peach. Georgia peaches. Somebody likes your southern accent. It says southern accent. Southern accent. Somebody has a southern accent. Grace, space, caps, huge caps, hurt, Open heart hurt. Somebody had open heart surgery. Cast, act, great act, great act. So, hoping, something about a search. Open search. Someone's hunting you. You're the perfect fit, y'all. I'm telling you, it says something about an earth sign. Earth and space. CEO. Superhero. Great Earth superhero. North Carolina, South Carolina, Connecticut, Texas, Georgia, Southern. There's something about a southern search, southern area. I don't know. Gear up. Gears up. So soon. Gears up so soon. Gears up so soon. And then that shit don't make no sense. October. Something's gonna happen soon, like near October, y'all. Super soon. Super act. Go act. Super soon. Something's happening super soon. Take it as it resonates and put them up. There you go. I don't see no colors out there. Did y'all see any colors? Runs through cash. Someone run through cash. Curse. Curses. Host. Get out. Chap. Haunt aunt. Something's haunting your aunt. Shures. Some kind of connection. Tap on our cage. Hang on. Something's certain. Somebody's certain. There's a change on the way, y'all, for sure. Okay? Y'all take what resonates. Something about keeping score. Change up. Charge up. Get ready, y'all. Charges up. Some kind of cost. Charges up. Like credit cards. Count. Charges up. Counts up. Charges. Counts up charges. Can't rush. Search heart. Can't rush. Search heart. There it is. Y'all see everything's out here. It says sharp ears. Somebody hears something. I'm telling you. It says something about a heart. A great heart. Person. Someone's a great person. Touch Georgia. CEO. touch Georgia CEO. Something about a score and a touch. Rush. Person, ouch. Person out. Ghost. Church. No, it ain't church. There's only one. GTO. Sports car. It says sports car. Something about a GTO. Something about a sports car. Chugging. Echoes. Sports car. In new sports car. Huge sports car. Huge. Hug sports. Port. Scars. Generic art. Generic art. Cops. Okay, I'm putting them up. I'm tired of putting them up, y'all. Hope y'all found something in there, because there they go. Alright, they're going putting up right now. See this? Putting them all up. It says O equal -4. Or 4 equals -O. Oh, it's blood type. Blood type. Type O negative. There's like, this is rare, apparently. That's what they're saying. You know what? I've been seeing so much shit lately about blood. And I'm going to tell y'all, I ain't going to lie to you, man. I used to go donate the white plasma, whatever that is. Wow, I can't believe it. Look, that movie was talking about National Treasure was talking all about Albert Pike and y'all know that he pretty much created the secret society of the Illuminati in the Americas. Look, it's something about type O negative, y'all. But anyway, I used to go donate my white blood cells or whatever. They would give you the red ones back. I don't know how the fuck that works, but me and my boyfriend was going, okay, and they didn't want, like, they was none concerned with his blood. I don't know what it was. I don't know, but they wanted mine desperately. Like, it was crazy. They was even giving me extra than the other people that was getting extra. Like, if I went in, if you went 4 times a month, like once a week, 4 times a month, each time they would up how much they would give you. Okay? They wanted me to come every time. But I was getting like, whereas the regular Joe Schmo was getting like $80, I was getting like 120 for the same amount of blood. But they would beg me, and when I moved away from that area, man, these people called me, the American something another place. They called me, trying to get me to come up there and give them blood, so they could. But I asked what it was about. What they told me, I said, what do y'all use this white blood cells for? They said they do animal testing, that they use it on to test and see if they can cure like cancer in dogs, and they help dogs to see and stuff like that. And I was like, y'all just do it for dogs? I mean, y'all are using our white blood cells to test the dogs? Like, is that what it's for? She said, well, it's to that effect, okay? They don't tell you what they use it for, I'm telling you. They use it for all kinds of cloning, all kinds of shit. I didn't know this at the time. I didn't think nothing of it, really. I've always been kind of suspicious about, like, cloning and shit like that, but I wasn't thinking nothing of it at the time. But the way I see that, my doctor, every fucking doctor, every single, I don't care if I went to a fucking emergency side on the road clinic or the emergency room or a doctor, they've had our blood since we was born, y'all. since we come right straight. Hell, they probably took our blood while we still in the womb. Okay, so if they wanted to clone us or what have you, they don't have to do no sneaky shit. All they got to do is go to your doctor. And you know what's really strange? Like, I don't even know how the fuck you're supposed to find out your blood type. Because I have tried, because I keep getting, like, y'all, if y'all knew, y'all don't know, every time I go to the fucking doctor, every time, I don't care what it's for, they just praise over my blood, like praise over it, how healthy and the consistency of it, and this, that, and another. And I say, well, what's my blood type? They won't tell me. I don't know my blood type. The family doctor, your family practitioner can't tell you. And I said, why you can't tell me what my own blood type is? They can't tell you. I said, well, that's weird. That's very odd. That you can't tell me what my blood type is, and you're the one that gets most of my blood. Like, that don't make any sense. They won't tell me what my blood type is. I don't have no idea even if I had to find out. Look, this is Allison Alley. It says, took what belongs to you. It says, if you deplete yourself, you have nothing left to give. Say no when needed. It says, Allison took what belongs to you. Thumbs up on that. Take what resonates. Oh, somebody might have been doing beauty spells. Y'all, I've been watching so much stuff. There's so much that I have in my head right now that I can't. Just so much stuff. I just found this out. Y'all know that Aleister Crowley's last words were, something's wrong, I messed up. That's his last words, okay? Let me tell you, I just found out the story, the real deal story behind that. And everybody thought that it had something to do with him worshiping the devil and writing that book, Satan's book, Devil's Bible, whatever, anything. Well, I just found out the true story about that, okay? And, you know, he was a master astro traveler, okay? Well, he had a daughter named Ray Ray, okay? This daughter was created during a ritual to be created, and then they do these rituals on her every year up to the 7th year, okay, to make her disgusting and nasty and, you know, presentable to the devil, to make her the devil's bride, okay. So this girl, this is Anton LaVey's daughter, okay. LaVey's daughter, wasn't it? One of them, Aleister Crowley or Anton LaVey, one of them. It was one of them's daughter. Anyway, so she gets away from this cult, right? It was actually talking about the priest that stepped in. Okay, this story that I was telling y'all about. I just want to tell y'all about this little part with the Anton LaVey thing. This priest didn't have no idea what the fuck to do, okay? He was kind of like, what the hell's actually going on? Because shit was going on. I don't even want to get into that part. Shit was going on. He was like, what the fuck do I do? Okay, so he finds out, Ray starts telling him stuff. But anyway, to bring it all, so I don't have to tell this huge, long-ass story, y'all go do your research on this for sure, okay? So I have this long-ass story about it. He was astro traveling, because he has to do these rituals on Halloween night, okay? You know, he was like, OCD, obsessed with having the ritual done to, specifics, okay? The first, let's see, I think it was her third year, there was another baby that was conceived during a ritual for that baby to be sacrificed in their third year of life. So that 3-year-old on Halloween night had to cut this baby open and take its heart out. 3-year-old, okay? Anyway, that doesn't pertain to the story, but anyway, he's a master astro traveler, okay? And you know that you only have X amount of time when you're in the astro world to get back to your body or get to a body, inside a body, okay? Or you're trapped in the astro space, okay? Well, that's what they did to, I want to say it was Aleister Crowley. I have to look it back up again. I want to say it was Aleister Crowley, though, for sure. But he was out. He was trying to get Ray Ray, and there was a lot of shit going on. You'd have to hear the story, okay? But he was trying to get her. He astral traveled trying to get her because he's connected to her. Because one, that's his daughter. They have a blood connection, and two, he had a tendon placed into her wrist that connects them, that where anywhere he goes in the astro world that he can find her, anywhere she goes in the astro world, he can find her through that tendon thing that's in her wrist. Okay? So this priest, he concocted this plan, because he wasn't sure what to do, okay? So he concocted this plan, and because he delved into the astro traveling thing, and found out that you have only X amount of time to be in the astral world before the silver string, they call it the silver string, it starts dissipating as time goes by in the astral world. And remember that you don't perceive time the same in the astral world as you do in the 3D world, okay? So if you lose track of time or what have you, and your silver cord dissipates, you're trapped. Your soul, your spirit, that the essence is trapped in that darkness, in that astral world for eternity, because it can't go back into a dead body, okay? And that body dies. Well, he concocted the plan, and he knew that it would all be over at midnight on Halloween night. Okay, it would all end. It would all be over because he wasn't able to finish the ritual that takes 7 years. Okay, they were in the 7th year, and he couldn't finish it. That's when he died. He died on Halloween night, y'all. But what happened is that he called his wife, and he called all the people, all like his congregation. He started telling them, pray for the silver cord to dissipate. Pray for the silver cord to dissipate. Nothing else. And they all started praying for the silver cord to disconnect, and there was a person that was there with Aleister, because he was in trance, in astro traveling. She's the witness. She says that he sat straight up and said, "Oh my God, something went terribly wrong. Oh my God, what have I done?" And just died. It was the silver cord was cut. He couldn't get back to his body in time, and that's how he died. But I always heard that it was that he saw the devil. But according to his whole family, he was like chum with the devil. But the moment that he died, he had his spirit animal was that he called Leviathan, his snake. The moment that he died, that snake died the same exact moment. Ain't that crazy? That shit's wild. Yeah, she made it out. She was within the 7th year, okay? This woman was possessed by demons and everything. She knew it. She was doing her best to try to escape. But she was in the 7th year, and she knew that if they was to get her, it was so crazy because she was being pulled. She was being drawn and pulled to Aleister Crowley, okay? She even got on a plane. She got on a train. She went. She was fighting. She was truly fighting a spiritual war within her own self, to keep from trying to get caught up in all that. But all this happened like at the last minute, because if he would have been able to summon the demon that to impregnate her, they were saying impregnate her with a devil's baby, but really go look that up. That shit's fascinating. But I was always told that it was because he saw what he saw and it shocked him, and he said, "Oh my God, what have I done?" But what that story sounds a lot more the truth. That he was pissed off that he couldn't get her, couldn't get to her. Later on, after I want to say it's Aleister Crowley. I'm not sure which one of them, but they're both the same to me. Um, but after that was done, the spell was broken. The woman went on. She went through a very traumatic experience throughout her childhood, but she did end up ridding herself of the demon that was possessing her, and she ended up changing her name and remarrying. She ended up with 4 kids. She's got 4 kids, and she's happy, and that's the wonderful ending to that story. But that's what brought Aleister Crowley to damnation. Y'all look that story up. I might have posted it, but it's really, really interesting. Y'all, it's very interesting. But yeah, never give up, and because that priest wanted to give up a bunch of times because he didn't know what he was dealing with. Okay, but him and his wife would talk about it, and because they was having episodes every single morning at 2:00 in the morning. This Ray would come out there talking in deep demon language and shit, and talking shit, and they at first didn't understand what the hell is going on, right? They figured it out, but y'all really go look at that. I probably posted it. It has something about Aleister Crowley or something like that on it. Okay, so I probably did post it. Anyway, message from the universe, y'all, and let me reiterate. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just telling a story. Okay, if it resonates with you, hit the like button, subscribe, leave something down in the comments of some kind of confirmation of how it's resonating with you, or just leave a polite comment. That'd be fine. And if you want to donate to the channel, keep the flow going, $1. It's Cash App $Angelmoon6237. Message from the universe says, comparing yourself to others keeps you stuck in a cycle of guilt and shame, and continues to separate you from your blessings. It keeps you small. Understand everyone has their own journey, which always unfolds in divine timing. Your time will come. Okay? Your time it's coming now. You being using your ear chakras, you can hear that it's saying it's coming very soon. Alright, one word from the Bible. Let's see what the Bible wants to tell us. It says, Luke 47. It says, and Jesus perceived the thought of their heart, took a little child and set him by him, and said this to them. Whoever receives this little child in my name receives me, and whoever receives me receives him who sent me. For he who is least among you all will be great. I don't know why I couldn't say that. I'm going to say it one more time though. It says, for he who is least among you all will be great. You hear that, right? Jesus, perceiving the thought of their hearts, took a little child and set him by him, and said to them, whoever receives this little child in my name receives me, and whoever receives me receives him who sent me. For he who is least among you all will be great. That's wonderful. All right, y'all. Take what resonates. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hit that bell notification. Let's get some ringing going on anyway. Stay golden. Hit that like button. I love y'all. See you on the flip side.